went riding down South Colorado, West Texas down.
Welcome to me and my uncle, NFL Weekly Rundown.
All right. It is the end of the season, Danny. We've had fun with this, haven't we? Should we talk about our playoff records? You are 5-7 in the 12 playoff games so far. I am 7-5. Against the spread, I've got 9 wins to 3 losses. Pretty good. You've got 3 wins to 9 losses. So not as good. But that's okay, because now it is Super Bowl week. First of all, what did you think about the Chiefs and Ravens game that happened? Oh, you didn't like that. Boy, they shut down Lamar Jackson, didn't they? He just didn't do a
But
whole lot.
I did like the play where Lamar Jackson threw it and then he caught his own.
Oh, that was funny in the first half. And he gained yards. I think he even got a first down.
I did, yeah.
Most of the time when a quarterback does that, it ends up being like a sack because they get tackled immediately and they lose like 5
Well, yeah,
yards or
but
10
Lamar
yards.
Jackson leads his team on rushing.
He does.
And passing.
Both, exactly. He is dangerous. And he's still going to, I would bet he's going to be the most valuable player of the NFL season.
Probably.
The MVP. I think he's got it pretty much sewn up because that's kind of a regular season award that they assign. It's not a playoff award. It doesn't really matter what you do in the playoffs. But I bet you liked the NFC Championship game because the Niners, we were celebrating
They were,
everyone's birthday that day.
And then the Niners go.
It was like the tale of two halves, wasn't it? Because the
Yeah.
Lions were winning, I think, 24-7 at the end of halftime.
And then
It just snowballed. Did you see that ball go off the guy's head into Brandon Ayuk's hands for like a 50-yard gain? And then that guy that it went off his head, he used to be on the Bears, Kindle Vildor.
okay, now I kind of said it.
And then right after that play, Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled, I think. And then the Lions gave up another touchdown, and it just snowballed from there.
Yeah.
So you like that one because the Niners got it done. So now it is Super Bowl Sunday coming up. So Chiefs and 49ers. Maybe we should talk about kind of different parts of the game. Like, what do you think when the 49ers have the ball and the Chiefs are on defense? What is your idea of what's going to happen in this game?
Well, honestly, I don't think Purdy will play too good, but I do know isn't he a rookie?
Second year.
So kind of a rookie.
Yeah, sort of. He's a young player, unproven.
And last year he did pretty good.
He did pretty good. He got hurt in the NFC Championship game when they played Philadelphia. So Philadelphia hurt the other quarterback for the 49ers. So I think Purdy might have even had to come back in the game, but he couldn't even throw.
So I remember you told me I had to do handoffs the rest.
Almost the whole game, they couldn't even pass, and they were losing. So it's like they have no chance.
Did they even have McCaffrey, or was he on the Panthers?
Last year they did have McCaffrey. Or wait a minute. Yeah, last year they did have McCaffrey. He played for the Panthers for maybe half the season, and then they traded him to San Francisco. Yeah. So you don't think Purdy's going to do that well? What about Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey?
I think McCaffrey's going to do great.
Okay.
And then
You know what? I'll tell you why I agree with you in a little bit, but yeah.
Debo Samuel's probably going to get a lot of yardage and first downs, but I'm not sure he will get any touchdowns.
Okay.
And then Kittle, I'm sure will get a lot of yardage and a lot of touchdowns.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I see in this game. I agree with you that McCaffrey looks like he's in line for a really big game. The 49ers have the 4th best running offense in the NFL. I think that's by yards per carry. And Kansas City has only the 25th best run defense.
Yeah.
So McCaffrey, it seems like the Niners are really good at running the ball, and the Chiefs aren't that good at stopping the run. What the Chiefs have done in the playoffs is for some reason, Baltimore and Miami, they just didn't run the ball. They just barely ran the ball at all. So I think San Francisco will commit to the run. Passing wise, Purdy was the NFL's top rated passer by quarterback rating.
And is CJ Stroud the Rookie of the Year yet?
They haven't named it yet. I think it's a given. It's either him or a receiver from the Rams named Puka Nacua. That's his name. You can say it. It's not a bad word. Puka Nacua. Close. We'll get it down after the show. But Kansas City, so if San Francisco has the best pass offense, Kansas City has the 8th best pass defense, I think you give an advantage to the 49ers in the passing game. And you give the advantage to the 49ers in the running game when they match up against the Chiefs' run defense. What I think the Chiefs are better at when the 49ers have the ball is the 49ers are only about average in getting Purdy sacked. He gets sacked, 13th best is they protect the quarterback. The Chiefs get after the quarterback. They sack the quarterback a lot. They have the 2nd best pass rush in the NFL, led by defensive tackle Chris Jones and a guy named George Karlaftis, who is a defensive end. Karlaftis. Okay, so I think the Chiefs have the edge when they're rushing the passer. If they can get the Niners to 3rd and long, I think the Chiefs are in good shape. But if they can't, the Niners, Purdy could play well, and I think McCaffrey is in line for a big game. One stat I have seen is, so the Chiefs rush the passer well, but Purdy is good when teams get pressure on him. For some reason, he plays really, really well when defensive guys are near him.
And I play horrible when defensive. Well, I would say decent when defensive people.
Really? Do you just chuck it up for grabs?
I either do Justin Fields style, he just throws it like he doesn't even want to throw it there, or I just get sacked.
So throwing the ball away is Justin Fields style?
Well, didn't you say he does it all the time? If people's coming, if someone's right here, that's on the other team, he will just chuck it.
Well, you can do that. I mean, as long as you're outside of the pocket or outside the tackle box, yeah, you can just throw it away. So it's not a bad strategy. It's better than getting sacked, right? An incomplete pass is better than losing yards.
And also, I'm starting to liking actually more a running back.
A running back? Who?
Than quarterback.
Oh, just overall?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You like having the ball just given to you and then being able to juke and
Yeah, but
stiff
nobody
arms.
likes them. So I never really get handoffs, but I do get passes.
Screen passes and little dump offs and stuff like that. Well, that's kind of like McCaffrey. He just sort of, okay, they run the ball. Oh, if running's not working, well, then we'll just flare them a little pass. And the thing about that is a running back who can catch, they're very valuable because those running backs can get matched up on defenders who are slower than them. So if you get a guy who's slower and bigger than you guarding you, well, take a pass and then just run past that slow guy. Okay, should we talk about when the Chiefs have the ball against the 49ers defense? What do you think about that situation?
Well, I do remember that play when the Lions threw it, and then it bounced off his helmet, and then the Niners just immediately grabbed it.
Was it an interception?
Yes.
Did Goff throw an interception?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it was great. And also, their defense is decent.
They're decent. What do you think about, though, the Chiefs' offense? I mean,
Patty Mahomes has went to how much Super Bowls in a row?
it's not in a row, but it's 3 Super Bowls, and this, he would be, if the Chiefs win this game, they would be back-to-back Super Bowl champions for the first time in, I think, 20 years that they would have back-to-back. So he's been in 3, or wait a minute, yeah, this is his 4th. This is his 3rd.
And also, I heard that the Niners have won 5 Super Bowls and Patriots and Steelers have both won 6. So if the Niners win this one, they'll be tied up with the Steelers and Patriots in first place of winning Super Bowls.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls for the Niners, and Steve Young won 1. So they have 5. So yeah, that's some insider information. I'm trying to think about who Mahomes played. They lost to the Buccaneers in a Super Bowl. They beat Philadelphia in a Super Bowl. I feel like he won another one though. I feel like he has 2 wins.
Wait, who?
Mahomes. I'm pretty sure they had a second Super Bowl. Oh, they beat the Niners 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. These same teams played. Although I heard only 12 of the 44 starters in this game are actually playing in both games.
Oh.
So it's a lot of different players. Okay, I'll tell you what I think about this matchup when the Chiefs have the ball. The Niners have a pretty good pass defense. They tied with the Bears for the most interceptions.
Wait, who? The
San
Niners?
Francisco. So their defense. So their defense forces a lot of interceptions. In Kansas City, surprisingly, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs threw the 8th most interceptions this season.
The Chiefs?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. So I give a little bit of an edge to San Francisco. They could maybe force a turnover there or something. When it comes down to the Chiefs protecting Mahomes, though, they protect Mahomes the second best in the NFL. They don't let Mahomes get sacked very much.
Yeah.
And the 49ers, despite having Nick Bosa, who's a pretty good pass rusher, yeah, they're only middle of the road, 17th in the NFL when they rush the passer. So I give the edge to the Chiefs if Mahomes has time to throw. Finally, when Kansas City runs the ball, their running back is named Isaiah Pacheco.
Really?
Isaiah Pacheco.
I have his college card.
Rutgers University, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do.
He's a tough runner and he's good. The Chiefs, though, they don't run too much, so they only have the 13th best run offense. The 49ers have the 14th best run defense. I'm going to just call that a coin toss. That's pretty much a draw. And then there are a couple other things that I'll just point out about this game. I think, you know what special teams are? When teams kick and when they punt and when they kick field goals. Okay? That's called special teams. I think that the Chiefs have an advantage in the special teams because their kicker, you might laugh at this guy's name, his name is Harrison Butker. Okay?
I actually traded his card.
Okay. Well, Harrison Butker has 2 rings for the Chiefs. He's won 2 Super Bowls. So he's been in big games. This guy, Jake Moody, for the 49ers, their kicker, he's a rookie. And, well, do you remember he missed a kick early in the game against the Lions? He missed a field goal that was makeable. So, well, if you don't remember, it happened. And I think the Chiefs have a little bit of an edge with their kicker is a better player, which we'll see if that matters. The other thing I think is that the Chiefs have an edge at head coach. Andy Reid,
Yeah.
he's now made it to, this will be his 5th Super Bowl. And he's won 2 already.
Is he related to Andre Reed?
Andre Reid of
Yeah.
the Bills? I don't think so. In fact, I'm going to guarantee you they're not related. Okay, I've seen their family tree, I can tell you. No, but I'll guarantee you they're not related. Andre Reid of the Buffalo Bills from the 90s is not related to Andy Reid.
Okay.
Okay. But I give Andy Reid the edge at coaching because Kyle Shanahan, when these teams played 4 years ago, Kyle Shanahan was the coach of the 49ers, and they lost that game. He was also the offensive coordinator for the Falcons in a Super Bowl when they played Tom Brady.
They lost it, did they?
Atlanta was leading 28-3 and lost. So that Shanahan, I think, had a little hand in that, where he just got too conservative calling plays in the second half. So I give the edge to Andy Reid when it comes to coaching. Now, we've told the tale of the tape. What do you think as far as who do you think's gonna win and what's the score?
This is probably gonna sound crazy to you,
Okay.
but in the Super Bowl, I think the 49ers will win 49-39.
Ooh. 49-39. Okay, so you have the 49ers covering the spread, and you've got a high-scoring offensive explosion.
Well, I kind of just did that because I think in the Super Bowl, the 49ers as their team name, I think they'll win 49.
Okay, so you expect them to tie the Patriots and the Steelers with 6 Super Bowl wins. Okay. I have got a slightly different opinion. I look at this game and I can't help but look at Patrick Mahomes, who's pretty much regarded as the best quarterback in the NFL today. And I see Brock Purdy, and I like his story. You know, he went to college where your Uncle Chris and your Uncle Danny went to school.
Really?
Iowa State. He did.
I wonder if they ever saw him.
Well, Brock Purdy's much younger. He's like
He's
15 years younger than your Uncle Chris. So, probably not. But Brock Purdy, I just can't help but think, is he really as good as he's playing? And I can't get over that. I just can't get over it. I think that Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. And in a quarterback-driven league, you might be disappointed. Emmeline might jump for joy. All the Swifties out there will love this pick. I'm going to go Chiefs, let's say 28, 49ers 24.
okay. That makes me upset.
That makes you upset? Well, you know what? You can prove me wrong. And, you know, if you get this game right, you can have bragging rights for the whole rest of the off season, where you get to say, Uncle Mark, I got the last game right and you got it wrong. So you can boast, you can brag. Now, I guess the big question is, when is the next Me and My Uncle show going to be? Are we going to talk about the NFL draft? Are we going to talk about the free agents? Are we going to talk about what the Bears do when Justin Fields either stays or goes, or are we just going to wait till next year?
Honestly, I think we should wait until the Wednesday or the Tuesday before the draft.
Before the draft? Are you going to pay attention to the lead up to the NFL draft? Because all the shows that are going to be on ESPN and on NFL Network, they're all going to be talking about all the draftable guys. It's going to be Caleb Williams, the guy from USC, Drake May from North Carolina, Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State. And you'll get to know those guys a little bit and you'll say, you know what, if I was the Bears, this is what they should do. And what's exciting is the Bears right now have the first pick and the 9th pick. So they'll get 2 of the best 10 players available. So that's exciting, and that is something that we could talk about. What do you think they're going to do with Fields?
Honestly, I don't want to be rude to him, but I think they're gonna dump him.
Dump him?
I don't want them to, but I think they will.
That's kind of the boat I'm in. I just don't think they've won enough with him, and that's the benchmark for a quarterback. Whether that's a quarterback stat or not, you have to win games for people to keep you. And you know what? If Justin Fields went to the Falcons, if he went to the Steelers, I think I would cheer for him. I think I would be like, you know what, Justin? I have no ill will against you. I liked you when you were Bears quarterback. It just didn't work out. Well, I wish you luck. Now, if he goes to the Vikings, I might have a different.
You know, almost all my friends think that they're gonna dump Nick Mullins and pick up Justin Fields.
Well, I don't think it's about dumping Nick Mullins. That just goes, what are they going to do with Kirk Cousins? That's the big thing. Yeah, because I think he's a free agent.
You know, I think he's gonna retire.
Kirk Cousins is going to retire? Wow.
I think
He's just going to do commercials and
Yeah.
maybe
no,
patent his little "you like that" thing that he says?
Yeah. I actually might go to Vikings practice in the summer?
Oh, they're not in Mankato anymore. I think they practice at the stadium. Don't they practice at US Bank Stadium?
I think so, and I'm gonna write a poster of you like that.
You like that? Well, it'll make more sense if Cousins is still on the team. If he's not on the team, I don't know if you like that is going to have the same kind of
True.
ring to it.
Oh, and I'm also gonna bring my Justin Jefferson jersey to sign it, and also my Kirk Cousins card. If it's already signed, I'm not going to, but it might not be.
Would you ever wear the Justin Jefferson jersey again if it was signed by him? Or would you put it in like a frame and display it on your wall?
Yeah, I think number 2.
Put it on the frame and display it on the wall? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yep. All right. Well, this was a good episode. We dug pretty deep into the Super Bowl. We talked a little Bears-Vikings off-season, rookies. Great season. I enjoyed this Me and My Uncle show with you. We had a lot of fun, and thanks to all the people at home for watching. And hopefully this is a little more tolerable. 15 minutes or 20 or something. But okay, yeah, we talked and we had fun. So until next time, we might have a draft episode. We might have a free agency episode. Sayonara, people.
3 days in the saddle, you know my body hurt. It feels so